Greetings, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council, and members of the public. This is Brenda Lopez, Interim Housing Director, and this item is regarding the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan, the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Analysis of Impediments to Fair Housing Choice, and the 2025 to 2026 Annual Action Plan. I will first start off with a brief background. The City of Oxnard receives 3 entitlement grants from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, also referred to as HUD. These include the Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, the Home Investment Partnerships Act Program, or HOME, and the Emergency Solutions Grant, or ESG. These are received on an annual basis. In order to receive the grants, the City of Oxnard must prepare, submit, and receive approval of a consolidated plan, an annual action plan, and an analysis of impediments to fair housing choice. HUD approved the City of Oxnard request to participate in the 5-year 2020 to 2024 Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan, also referred to as the Regional Consolidated Plan. This regional plan assessed the housing and community development needs of all incorporated cities and unincorporated areas of the Ventura County. The County of Ventura served as the lead agency. This was the city's first involvement with the Regional Consolidated Plan. Prior to this involvement, the City of Oxnard conducted its own consolidated plans. The current Regional Consolidated Plan will be expiring on June 30th, 2025. Therefore, and in preparation, the County of Ventura, serving as the lead agency, along with the incorporated cities and unincorporated areas of Ventura County, issued a joint request for proposals. They invited qualified organizations to submit proposals for the preparation of the 2025 to 2029 Consolidated Plan and an analysis of impediments to fair housing choice. 3 proposals were received from MDG Associates Incorporated, referred to MDG, PDA Consulting Incorporated, and Veronica Tam and Associates Incorporated. All proposals were thoroughly reviewed, and MDG's proposal was selected. MDG has over 34 years of experience providing consulting services to government agencies with a focus on planning and administering programs funded by HUD. MDG led a robust community outreach or citizen participation plan that included community meetings and surveys in an effort to provide an opportunity for citizens, nonprofit organizations, and other stakeholders to help define priorities for addressing local community needs. A total of 62 Oxnard residents or stakeholders participated in the development of the Regional Consolidated Plan. In order to develop the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan, both qualitative and quantitative data was gathered through citizen and stakeholder participation, a market analysis, and an assessment of local data. The plan put forth the following regional goals to meet high priority needs. These include affordable housing, social services, addressing homelessness, quality neighborhoods, economic development, and effective administration. The 2025 to 2029 Analysis of Impediments to Fair Housing Choice, hereinafter referred to as AI, drew much of the work that was completed as part of the 2021 to 2029 Housing Element. As part of the state mandated housing element, California jurisdictions must conduct a fair housing assessment that includes an analysis of fair housing issues, identifies factors that contribute to those issues, and also meaningful actions that will affirmatively further fair housing. The AI plan put forth numerous fair housing goals to address the 4 primary fair housing issues identified in the plan. Some of the goals are as follows: affordable housing in high resource areas, distribution of information, resident engagement, infrastructure improvements in areas of concentrated poverty, and also the development of ADUs. As mentioned earlier, the City of Oxnard will be submitting an application for 3 entitlement grants. At this time, the estimated amount of the 3 entitlement grants is for a grand total of $2,849,355. Again, this is an estimated amount. Out of this amount, a total of $1,988,317,000 is to be allocated to CDBG resources, a total of $685,916 towards home, and then a total of $175,122 towards ESG. And again, these allocations include a program income estimate. Specifically for the CDBG budget, the estimated 2025 to 2026 budget allocation is $298,247 to be utilized towards public services. The Housing Department received a total of 19 CDBG applications. The cumulative request received was $659,000. As previously stated, the Oxnard Housing Authority is estimating that it will receive an allocation of $298,247. Based on this amount, the following applications were recommended for approval: Palm Vista Senior Center for $30,000, Colonia Memorial Park Veterans Gym for $20,000, Police Activities League or PAL for $80,000, the South Winds Youth Center for $30,505, Senior Supportive Services for the Oxnard Housing Authority $50,000, the Shelter Care Resources Foundation First Basic Needs Assistance Program for $35,000, the Coalition Resources Counseling Services for Survivors of Interpersonal Violence for $25,000, and Turning Points Our Place Safe Haven for Emergency Shelter and Multi-Services Navigation Center for a total of $27,742. Once again, this is an estimate budget based on the city's estimated allocation. If the allocation is decreased or increased, the amounts will be adjusted accordingly. In continuance with the CDBG budget, the other category of funding is for public improvements and other programs. For these programs, the recommendation is to award the $1 million funding request from Cal Gisler Neighborhood Street Resurfacing and ADA Improvement Project from the City of Oxnard Public Works Department, and also the request for $292,407 for the Oxnard Housing Authority for the apartment rehabilitation project located at 201 South D Street. This brings the grand total to $1,292,407. For the ESG budget, the estimated allocation is $175,122. The following programs are being recommended for funding. One would be the planning and administration of the program, which is no more than 7.5% of the total allocation, or $13,134, which will be towards the Oxnard Housing Department Homeless Services Division. The Mercy House Rapid Rehousing Program for $68,730, the United Way of Ventura County Rapid Rehousing Program for $40,000, and the Turning Point Foundation Our Place Safe Haven Emergency Shelter application request for $53,258. For the home budget, the home allocation is estimated to be $685,916, out of which $150,000 is targeted towards program income. The recipients are being recommended for funding would be no more than 10% to be utilized towards administration and planning, which will go towards the Affordable Housing and Rehabilitation Division in the amount of $68,591. And also for the Affordable Housing and Rehabilitation Division, Choto Community Development set-aside funds of no more than 15% of the allocation, not including program income, which equates to $387,000. And the remaining available funds would be awarded towards projects that need assistance for affordable housing development. That would be a total of $536,938, for again, a grand total of $685,916. Therefore, the recommendation is that the Community Services, Public Safety, and Housing and Development Committee recommends that the City Council, 1, conduct a public hearing to receive comments from the public regarding the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan, the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Analysis of Impediments to Fair Housing Choice, and the 2025 to 2026 Annual Action Plan to be submitted to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of Community Planning and Development. 2, to approve the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan and the 2025 to 2029 Ventura County Regional Analysis of Impediments to Fair Housing Choice. 3, authorize the city manager or his designees to incorporate any recommended changes resulting from the public input to the Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan, the Ventura County Regional Analysis of Impediments to Fair Housing Choice, and also the 2025 to 2026 Annual Action Plan. 4, approve the 2025 to 2026 Annual Action Plan and to incorporate the final HUD allocations into the plan and authorize the budget appropriations to fund administration activities in the plan. 5, authorize the city manager or his designees to make any budgetary adjustments within 10% or $200,000, whichever is greater, per the citizen participation plan of the proposed budget in the 2025 to 2026 annual action plan that is approved by the City Council. And 6, authorize the city manager or his designees to execute HUD agreements and sign all agreements for the implementation of the Ventura County Regional Consolidated Plan, Ventura County Regional Analysis of Impediments to Fair Housing Choice, and Annual Action Plan, including subrecipient, interdepartmental, and intra-departmental agreements. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for your time.